Appointments. We do have a fairly packed schedule of appointments, and so that we remain hopeful that we'll have a successful event.
It's this sort of climate that has led to the debate over pricing, whether destinations, hotels and attractions should cut their prices to make it more alluring to visitors to come on over. They all share the same ideals, doing what's best for the Caribbean's #1 money maker. But ITB Berlin brings them together where they can share diverging views. And we all know that difference of opinion surely makes a horse race.
You're in a buyer's market, and so volume is what is really going to define how much earnings you will be able to make at the end of the day. And we know that it is very challenging to drive double-digit arrival figures. So we are recognizing this, and we are saying so far, so good.
Everybody's looking for deal, everybody's looking for cheap prices, but hold on to your prices. Offer deals, offer value. For example, you can offer a night free or complimentary 2 nights, but don't interfere with the prices, because when the prices go down, it's harder to get it back up.
The fact that all of our hoteliers have had to be very creative with their promotional packages, whether it's offering additional nights free or throwing in breakfast or some kind of added value, has been extremely beneficial. I think that the consumer has come to expect that they're looking for the deal. And so if you don't have a deal, you're not likely to be considered.
We have to be careful, in discounting because of difficult times. And in difficult times, get out there. I mean, the product is on target. Let's get out and do the marketing. I prefer to pour money into the marketing and get out there and work harder to get the visitors home than go to the discounting. But once you discount, it's not easy to go up back.
It's a buyer's market, and in a buyer's market, price is king. And all of us have to relate to that. And this is why we make the point about driving the numbers, because it's volume that will now give you the opportunity for early break-even and to make a profit.
We must remain engaged in all of the markets in which we've traditionally operated, because it is important that we maintain the diversified program that we've had over the years. Secondly, because of the fact that resources are scarce, we need to spend, but to spend very sensibly, which means that we have to fine-tune a lot of the plans to make sure that every spend hits the right market.
One of the buzzwords raised when talking about the economy these days is stimulus. In almost all sectors, there's a cry for help. In the 33 destinations represented by the Caribbean Tourism Organization, where do we stand? And what can be done to boost numbers of visitors traveling to these shores? Who better to hear from than those in the industry who've traveled to ITB Berlin to show their faces and let their voices be heard.
People are trading down, but they're not trading out. So they're traveling, but they're not traveling as far, staying as long, or spending as much. So you need to consider catering to the domestic market, cater to the regional market, and cater to markets closer to home.
In difficult times, you have to invest, because there are opportunities also, and I think that is what we are doing right now. I think it's the way to go forward, to be out there, to ball the fist.
These tour operators and the travel agents, they're committed to many destinations, but to ensure that your destination always remains at front, you've got to basically ensure that there's sufficient training through fam trips, product knowledge, got to maintain a good relationship with the media, try and get as many journalists out there as possible, particularly when there are key things happening in Antigua, for example, Antigua Sailing Week or Romantic Rhythms Music Festival. So it's very important to always ensure that those responsible for selling the destination know where the destination is, what the destination has to offer, and what our unique selling proposition is.
Our hoteliers are once again feeling a little bit more optimistic about how they're going to do in this first half of the year, which is when generally our hotels make most of their profit because the rates tend to be a little bit higher, the numbers tend to be larger in terms of occupancy levels and so on. And so I think that all things considered, we're happy about that. We're aggressively advertising. We're on national cable television in the United States. We have our spot television advertising as well. We're very aggressive online. And so we're satisfied that the advertising in particular has been effective.
Tourism is the engine that drives all the sectors in the countries, with the exception of one or two countries in the region. Tourism is what drives, is the sector that provides money for work, for hospitals, for education, for everything.